All right. Today we're going to be multiplying by two-digit numbers, three-digit by two-digit numbers, and you're going to learn how to multiply that, okay? So I can multiply three-digit by two-digit numbers. Right, we're going to start off with a problem about a tiger. Do you like tigers? I kind of like tigers. They're really pretty. All right, a Siberian tiger sleeps as much as 18 hours a day, or 126 hours per week. About how many hours does a tiger sleep in a year? There are 52 weeks in a year, okay? So are we talking about the hours in a day? Did it ask us anything about the hours in a day? Nope. So that's actually information that we do not need. I do not need 18 hours. So I'm going to mark that off, okay? But I do know that in 1 week, the Siberian tiger sleeps 126 hours. That's a lot of sleep. They need lots of rest. So in 1 week, they sleep for 126 hours, okay? And we know that there are 52 weeks in a year. So I know that I need to multiply 126 times 52, okay? So the first step is we always estimate, always, okay? So 126, I can round down to 100 or up to 200. Is 126 closer to 100 or closer to 200? Well, it's 26 away from 100, and it's going to be 74 away from 200. So 100, it's going to round down to 100. All right? 52, we got to round to the nearest tens place. Okay? My low would be 50. My high would be 60. It's 2 away from 50 and 8 away from 60. Therefore, we're going to round it down to 50. Okay? So now it's 100 times 50. Well, what is 5 times 1? Well, 5 times 1 is 5. Okay? And I'm going to be multiplying 50 times 100. So my answer is going to be 5,000. Okay? Because I just multiplied 50 times 100. And I can do 50 times 10, which would be 500. And then 50 times another 10, which would be 5,000. So my estimate is going to be about 5,000 hours a year. All right, so we are going to be multiplying by place value. All right, so the first place value that we're going to do is multiplying by the ones place. So we take our 2 in the ones place and we're going to multiply by the ones place in 126. So 2 times 6 ones is going to give us 12 ones. So in my ones place, I'm going to put my 2. And then in 12, how many 10s do I have? I have 1 10. So I have to regroup that 10 into my 10s place. Okay. Now I do my 2 or my 1s times my 10s. So I say 2 times 20. Okay. But really it's kind of, the shortcut is 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 more is 5. So we have 5 in the tens place, nothing to regroup. And then we say 2 times 100, which would give us 2, or 2 in the hundreds place for 252. So 126 times 2 ones is 252 ones. All right, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to replace that here. So 252. All right, so now I have to multiply by my tens place. So I'm done with the ones place, so I'm going to cross that out. And when I cross it out, anything times a 10. So if I said 5 times 10, what is 5 times 10? Oh, it's 50. What do you notice is that in the ones place? Oh, a 0. So if I did 7 times 10 is 70. What do you notice is in the ones place? A 0. So anything times 10 is going to have a 0 in the ones place. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 0 there. So I cross off my ones place saying I'm done with my ones, and in its place I'm going to put a 0. Now I multiply my tens times my ones. So 50 times 6, or 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, so that'd be like saying 30 ones, or 30 tens actually. So a 0 is going to go here in the tens place for 30, and I'm going to regroup that 3 into the tens place up top. Okay, so now I have to do 5, my tens times my tens. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 more is 13. So I'm going to put my 3 here. Okay. And then we're going to regroup to the hundreds place. Okay. And so then we're going to say 10 times 100. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. So 126 times 5 tens is 6,300 tens. Or okay. Actually, that would be 63 tens or 6,300 ones. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. 126 times 2 was 252. Okay. And then 126 times 50 was 6,300. So now what we do is we add it together. 2 times 0 is 2. Or 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 plus 0 is 6. It's hard for me to hold the paper. So I have 6,552 as my answer. So a Siberian tiger sleeps about 6,552 hours in 1 year.